Hey everybody, this is Blue and welcome to Bad Media. Today we're going to talk a little bit about YouTube. Oh yes. So last year, Prager University lost its lawsuits against Google/YouTube because they were claiming that YouTube was having this conservative bias and that they were demonetizing and hiding videos with a strong conservative vibe to them. And I wanted to wait a while to find out how this would all play out. And it played out terribly, unfortunately. Now, the funny thing is, there we go, as we're seeing here, the this appeals court has determined that because YouTube is a private company, they do not have to observe the First Amendment equally for everybody. They can, because they are a private company and the internet is, in some sense, their property, they do not have to follow certain guidelines. They can edit as much as they want. So, what has this caused to happen? Well, over this year, YouTube said they did this conservative scan to find out if this conservative bias was there. And, that was a joke, wasn't it? Because they said that they policed themselves, which means one thing and one thing only. They only were going to admit what they wanted to admit. They didn't go, holy crap, we've been doing this and that to all these conservative-oriented channels and all that. Okay? They aren't going to admit to anything, and we know that. So, what has happened? A lot of channels have been deleted, removed. And I mean, some of them deserve it, yes, but I would say a majority didn't. The guidelines were blurry. I mean, do we still know what the rules are going to be by YouTube? No, we don't. They can change them as they wish. They can actually go back in time and say, hey, that video that you've had monetized, from 4 years ago, well, that doesn't meet our current rules, so we're going to demonetize that. Or we're going to remove that video. And, that is irritating. There should be a grandfather clause, where, hey, it's went, 6 months monetized. You cannot demonetize it now. But we all know that they're not going to do this. Is there a preference by YouTube? Yes, there is. There has been too many conservative-leaning channels removed. There has been a majority of the conservative channels get their videos demonetized. So how that's going to affect us? If you're a small channel like this one here, got nothing to worry about. YouTube isn't going to worry about you because you're small and you're not getting monetization and all that. But if you're a bigger channel like Ben Shapiro, hey, you're going to get demonetized, attacked. Your channel's going to be taken down here, there, everywhere. They're going to do whatever they can to harass you. So what can we do about that? Not much right now. We do not have an alternative to YouTube that can handle our flow. Now, I should clarify this. I do not represent conservatives. I am not a conservative. I'm actually a moderate, which means that I see positives and negatives on both sides of the fence. However, because YouTube and Google have been really pushing their liberal views, we see so much of this liberal crap We get to see the blue-haired feminists attack men and everything. We got cancel culture. We got all this that are just constantly attacking things that are not wrong. They're just a different side of the fence. They're just a different perspective. And it is really irritating, isn't it? But because I'm seeing all this, it is slowly actually making me more conservative, because I don't want to associate with all this crap from the liberal side. But that's what I'm hearing, because they're the loud ones. I mean, if you look at cancel culture, look what they're doing with Star Wars right now. Anything that irks them, oh, nope, can't get rid of it. And Walt Disney and Lucasfilms has bent the knee. Gina has been fired. And this is because of this left-leaning viewpoint. And it is so hard to fight this because there's so few of us. And if you are a big company, like I said, you can get your videos demonetized, removed. Your channel could actually be removed. And there is no written rules, because YouTube refuses to give us clear guidelines to follow. Everything is very vague, and I have to say this as well. I have seen videos where they are openly violating the rules, but because nobody's reporting them, they just get away with it because, hey, they can promote the alcohol and all that, but because of their left-leaning views, they can get away with it. But if you are a moderate or conservative, you are held under this microscope, and every slightest microaggression and you are attacked, you are filed against, you have to face the wrath of the Twitter twits. So we have to realize that we have to watch what we say and do here on YouTube, because they can just remove us. This is a private company, and as a private company, they can do what they want with their possession. Okay? So, legally, yes, they are allowed to hinder the conservative, the moderate messages that we're trying to post on YouTube. And until we get a viable replacement for YouTube, that's the way it is. So I was thinking, well, how do we do this? We have to, as individuals, fight this. And the only thing I could think about doing is, if I was to be running a conservative message, is I would get a website with the full version of my videos, and then on the YouTube account I would be putting down 1-minute intros or a 1-minute, cut down version of the video with the link to my other website, going, hey, today we're going to talk about how Disney sucks, and here's a little bit about it. But if you want to catch the full video, go to blah 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 blah.com. I think that's really the only way we can fight YouTube at this point in time. So that is my rant about how YouTube doesn't really care about us. And all that. Oh, wait, I forgot one part. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. The part I do not understand, I think it's bad business for YouTube to be doing this crap. Okay, sure, they might not like the conservative view, but there are a lot of people that have moderate to conservative viewpoints, and they want to listen to these other messages so that they can put advertisements on those videos, and they can make more money. By demonetizing these videos, they are literally saying, hey, we don't want to make any money off this video, so Okay, so there you go. You're going to get limited viewership, but we're not going to make any money on this either. So to me, it just sounds like YouTube just wants to shoot itself in the foot. And if you have studied the history of YouTube for many years, they have not made a profit. I wonder why. We have the apocalypse. We can have all these damn idiots from California that's part of the Google, YouTube group, company, whatever. And at the slightest inconvenience to them, they will change the rules and screw us over. So that is my rant for today. Please put your comments below and do that add, like, subscribe stuff too. Okay? Take care. Be at peace.